Hey, welcome back to Juicy Tech YouTube channel. My name is REOD Juice, aka Juice. This channel and podcast is basically me giving you my actual experience and testimony of me joining a coding bootcamp. I left the bootcamp about 2 months ago, and this is really about me and my experience of me being a student at this coding bootcamp. Now, real quick, the coding bootcamp is not sponsoring this video. They're not paying me to talk about them at all. No affiliate links, nothing to that nature. Again, just my experience, my testimony of going to a coding bootcamp as a full-time student. A lot of people who are watching this are people who are maybe looking to get into that, to coding bootcamp or just the tech field. And I very much hope this podcast and YouTube channel could give you the correct information that you're looking for. I hope it brings you value. I pray that you benefit from this information or this YouTube channel or podcast as much as possible, because that's how I learn, by just going online or just talking to people and networking and learning as much as I can. But yeah, so that's what I'm here for. And if you like this video, like it, of course, share it to people who needs to hear this. Yeah, and that's just what that's what I'm here for. So again, this is a podcast. I'll leave the link to the actual podcast in the box below of this video, and let's talk. So basically, I'm going to talk about briefly what I learned at coding bootcamp. Again, I was a full-time student there. I left about 2 months ago, and it was by far a great experience. It kicked my ass, though. I won't lie. It was challenging, especially for someone that has no real background in coding. Me. It was a challenge, and I love a challenge. I love learning things. I have over 10 years of experience in engineering, not software engineering, but audio engineering. So I just love to build stuff. I love having some kind of an idea and have that become a reality. Like, that just always blows my mind. I love it. So that's, to me, that is what coding is to me. You're creating something, right? People don't see it that way, but you are creating something, which is a website. And I love to create things. So, so what I learned at Coding Bootcamp, briefly, we focus heavily on JavaScript. That was something we focused heavily on. We did touch on TypeScript. We did touch on Python. Of course, C#, PHP. But JavaScript was like the main programming language that we went off of. And, there's two different versions, but that we kind of touched on the most. ES6, I hope I said it right, ES6 and ES5. It just depends on what you're doing. You may want to, it just depends on what you're building and what you're trying to do. You may need ES5 or ES6. It just depends on what's going on with your project and what you're trying to do. It always depends on what you're trying to do. We also touched a lot on HTML5. It was like, the program was really about being a full stack developer. So front end and back end, learning about APIs, database. Like, this is something we focus on heavily, and it was awesome. So in terms of the database, MongoDB, Firebase, like, we learned a lot. It was a lot of information, and some people, this may be too much information for you. Maybe you're brand spanking new to this field. I was like that a couple months ago, but because I've been practicing and coding, doing projects, networking, meeting people, uploading videos, everything was around coding, and I just want to eat, breathe, and sleep. That makes any sense. Coding. That's just something I'm into very much. I'm trying to learn as much as I can. I love going to tech events, especially here in South Florida. There's a lot of tech events, conferences. I encourage you to go to these places. That's what the Coding Bootcamp pushed a lot, is to network. So that's something we also learn at Coding Bootcamp. It's not just the hard skills. People really focus on that hardcore, which is important. You want to really have hard skills down. But we touched on a lot of soft skills. And I spoke about this many times on this channel and podcast. You want to really have people skills. You can be the most talented, skillful, coder on earth, but if people don't like you, if they just don't like your presence, if they just don't want to deal with you, you're gonna have a hard time anywhere. It's not just coding, it's just life in general. It could be you getting married, not even getting married, but like, women or men not want you around, or whatever, whatever sex you're into, male, female, or whatnot. Just people in general, they have to want to be around you. and enjoy talking to you and feel comfortable, of course. And that's just from having soft skills. So that's something that, like the coding bootcamp that I attended, focus heavily on. Again, I'm not being sponsored by them. They're not paying me to say none of this stuff about speaking so highly of them, but I want to give them their roses because they know their shit. All the teachers there, all the assistant teachers, even a lot of the students, a lot of them went to college. Some of them have like a computer science degree. So they were like, they knew their stuff. I mean, it's incredible seeing how talented people are, in this field. Like watching them build amazing softwares, not softwares, but websites. And like the entire thing they're building from, again, the front end, the back end, making everything connect. API database is talking to each other. Like it's amazing how much they know, how much they're like writing to make this work. And that just blows my mind. I want to be part of that so bad. And I love doing it. Well, I am part of it, but that's what just really gets me going. Like just seeing this idea in your brain become this actual physical thing that we can, play with and just, like it's this great service or product that they built. This quality, service or product that you came up with the idea and you built it. And it's so functional and it helps you or helps people with their day-to-day lives and just make life better and quicker. Sick. sick. And I love it. So this is why I'm so big on networking because, again, you want to have those down. You want to be able to not have any issue just walking up to someone and just start a conversation, like a cold call, basically, where I just kind of just walk up to someone and just go at it. That's something they teach you over there, and that's really important. Again, even this is networking. Me speak with you like this. You see me. I can't see you, obviously, but me just conversing this way is networking because now you know of this YouTube channel, and that's great. That's networking. You never know who's watching. You never know who's paying attention to your content, and they may like you off this alone and want to reach out to you and speak with you directly, via Zoom or whatever. And that could be some kind of potential, I don't know, it could be a job opportunity or, maybe someone just wants to work with you in this field of YouTube, maybe an interview or a podcast, or you never know. So I encourage you to get into social media as well and post as much as you can. It doesn't have to be something fun, but it's just documentation, right? You're just documenting your journey. Like that's something that people should do more often. Just document what they are going through, because people are looking online, they're searching for this information, whatever it is, and they may bump into your content and really listen to you and be intrigued by what you know, and they may want to support you. But the point I'm trying to make is soft skills is important. Networking to me are soft skills, and that's something I learned more at Coding Bootcamp. So it wasn't just hard skills, but soft skills were just a big thing for them, and I'm glad they focus on that hard. Like that's like the top 3 things they cannot just stop talking about because it's just that important. It's really that serious to have people skills and have social skills. Outside of tech, you want to have social skills by just being able to talk to people in general at the grocery store, or I don't know, or maybe you're looking to date someone and you have those skills to like hold a conversation, not be weird. Like this is really important. It's that big of a deal to have those skills down, just like having your hard skills. So that's really, again, I'm not gonna keep you here for a long time, but again, I won't go down to too much detail and what we learned exactly about like HTML and all that stuff, but we did touch on a lot of different programs, technologies. Excuse the guy with the machine. Come on, dude. Forgive me about that. I hope he doesn't come back. There he is. Okay, bear with me. I'm so sorry for the audio. But he has to worry. It's a landscaper dude. Whatever. But what was I saying? So those are the things that I learned at Coding Bootcamp, right? We learned a lot more. We even touched on AI. We even touched on cloud. God, what's the name? Like AWS. There's other two. Starts with the A. Azure. Azure. We touched on that. And there's another cloud system or company that we also touched on. But we touched on that cloud. stuff. Also, like, how to build a portfolio, a website to really showcase what just showcase your projects. Of course, GitHub, get stuff like Get in it, get all that stuff. We touched on so much, and this is stuff I've never heard of before. Now I know, and it's amazing. So, oh my God, I could talk about this all day. That's how much I love this, and I have so much passion of this field and this technology, because it's fun to me. It's a lot of fun. So I think life is gonna be great. I see me going up here from now, just because I'm just eager to learn and speak with people and learn from people. It's not so much about me, being the like a Mr. Know-it-all, but me conversing with other people to learn from them. I like that better. I much rather be a student for life than Mr. Know-it-all, because I always want to keep learning stuff. Even besides tech, I like to learn about new things. To me, that's life. It's fun. It's not boring. And to me, that's why the tech industry or software engineer is something that I want to get into more, because it's always changing. Like, technology is always changing. New versions of, Android phones or iPhones. It's always going to keep changing. You have to always be practicing and keep up with everything in your industry to know what's going on, so you won't be left behind. And that's only because you're not doing more research. You're not trying to learn about new things. You're so comfortable with this, and like everything is leaving you behind because it's always changing. So you're into that kind of stuff, just constant change and learning new things all the time. This is your field. Tech, whether it's sales or whatnot. It could be you being a developer, an entrepreneur. You just want to keep knowing about your industry. It's even outside of tech. Even if you're a trucker, you just want to keep knowing about the industry, how it's changing, how it's just gonna just be something different in a few years. Self-driving vehicles, keep learning. And that's something I encourage you to always be. Just always keep learning. But even you watching this, if you're trying to get into like a coding boot camp, I encourage you to learn on your own first. Meaning, learn the fundamentals of coding on your own before spending a dime at a school, college, or boot camp. Learn as much as you can. That's something I can very much give you. That's going to help you like there's no tomorrow if you're new to this. Code and do projects and learn about algorithms, like data structures, computer science. Just keep learning. Consume as much as you can. But the fundamentals of coding, learn that first too. Loops, arrays, variables, if-else statements. Learn those stuff on your own first before our coding boot camp. It's getting hot here. You see I'm sweating. Let me get up out of here. Much love to you. Again, the podcast is available. I'll leave the link down below for the podcast. Of course, like this video if you like it. Support it. Subscribe if you like the content. Please only subscribe to this channel if you like what you see. Not just this one video, but multiple content. I really want people who enjoy this type of information to be here. Nobody else. I don't care if it's only 500 people. That's all I want here who really are into this type of content. And we just support each other, because I learn from you. The comments I read from you, that's how I learn. And I love it. Keep leaving more comments. Leave comments on IG, or leave comments anywhere that's possible. If you want to be interviewed on the podcast, let me know. I'll be more than happy to just pick your brain and learn from you, so I can give this information to people on this this community. This is now a community. I have over 100 people here. This is now a real community, and I am blessed and so grateful that you're here with me. I'm a little off topic, but that's just how happy I am that you are here consuming and supporting this channel and podcast. Much love to you. Let me go get some AC, and I'm out here. Much love to you. Thanks for watching. Peace out.